Previously on Helidope Toys.
I just like to stay busy. I mean, out of 7 days a week, I try for one day where I try not to do any Helidope related things.
The more successful the business becomes, the more tighter it is going to be around our necks. What's up, guys? My name is Ted Darklow, and with me, as always, is the Black Knight. We are the co-owners of Helidope Toys, helidopetoys.com, and this show is Helidope. Aaron, how the hell are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great, thank you for asking.
Anytime.
Bro, I am so excited for this show, man.
Yeah.
So, normally we get a lot of criticism about like, oh, all you guys ever do is fucking bitch and moan about, oh, this got canceled, this customer's unruly, blah, 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 blah. And today we're going to be positive, Aaron, because we're going to talk about all the things that we did right. And not only are we going to talk about all the things that we did right, we're not going to be sitting here bragging, Aaron. We're not those types of people. We're going to talk about it in an educational way, on the off chance that maybe our viewers out there might be wanting to build their own brand or start their own thing. And they're like, oh, I don't even know where to start. This light is really fucking bright. There we go. That's better. That's what we're going to do. But before we get into that, how was your week?
Pretty good. Didn't do shit. Actually had the weekend off, so that was nice.
You had a weekend off?
I had a weekend off.
Son of a bitch. What's that like?
It's nice. Don't do shit. Just sit at home, watch football, drink some beers.
Ooh,
Yeah.
That sounds so lovely.
It was. I enjoyed every second of it.
Lovely. Man, so I want to talk about this member stuff, but I want to wait for a few more people to come in here because, boy, for a night where Geek Dad Life is not going on, it's a little light in here. So I want to kind of also recap last week and promote the upcoming Sunday Night Wars. If you guys were here last week, you would know that that our new frenemy, Legend Series, hijacked our show. He snuck into the back room, tinkered with wires, and took over our stream, and declared that he was coming on this show. So that is October 6th. If you guys missed that, definitely watch that last week. It was a lot of fun. It was a good time.
Indeed, it was.
Indeed, it was. All right, you know what? I'm just gonna do it, Aaron. I'm just gonna show some shit real quick, okay?
Okay, show away.
All right, we're going to be probably talking about this a few times, but dude, we officially launched our YouTube channel membership today. And we could have done this for a whole year. Like we've been at the mark, but we were like, you know what? We don't want to do it unless it's special for people. And I think we kicked around some ideas. We got really drunk and woke up in a field. And we came to some final decisions. So some of you are already channel members. Thank you to Wilhelm for being the first channel member and Rollkeeper for being the second channel member. We appreciate you guys so much. And we're going to talk about what you guys are about to get from that. So there's three things with the channel membership that we're really promoting here. There's only one tier. So it's $4.99. And you're probably thinking, well, y'all ain't that fucking special. And let me tell you, I agree. But I think the value in the $4.99 is actually absurd. And, you know, we might need mental help to seek a therapist after this. So, one, occasionally. This isn't going to be all the time, guys. It's not going to be a regular thing. It's going to really be whenever the fuck we feel like it. We will do some members only post streams, and that's where we'll get rowdy and raunchy. We're not doing that today. But when we do that, these shows will probably be a little bit shorter. So probably more in the hour-ish range. And then we'll move over to members only where we spill all the tea. All the tea, Aaron. Secondly, I mean, you're like, yeah, that's whatever, Ted. That's not a fucking big deal. I know, it's not. Secondly, we have a current goal of 25 members to unlock this option. So when we hit 25 members, we're going to do a show roughly once a month with channel members. So at the beginning of the month, we'll do StreamYard drawing for all the channel members. And if you are interested in joining us on an episode just like this on a Sunday night, you can throw the hashtag in and we will select 2 winners and we will have 2 of our members join us for an entire show. That'll be fun. Looking forward to that. But we need 25 members to do that first. I'm not going to do that with like 7 members and just the same people keep popping up. It's 25 members. That's the goal for them. But this is the big one, guys. This is why this membership is $4.99. It's gonna just pay for itself. If you're here, it's because you support our store, you support us, and you probably like buying toys, or you're just fucking creepy. I don't know what it is, Aaron. Maybe they're fucking creeps. So once a week, random day, random time, in the members community tab on YouTube, we are going to drop a code. That code might be valid for 12 hours. That code might be valid for 6 hours. So I'm going to use, I know Robert's in here somewhere. Robert, I'm going to use you as an example. Robert is in here, right?
He was. He might still be there somewhere.
All right. Here we go. Robert, I'm using you as an example. So Robert buys a few orders a month. You know, he doesn't get wild. He buys when his toy budget dictates he can buy. So Robert becomes a channel member, right? He's now paying $4.99 to be a hella doper. And this week, Aaron, we're dropping a free shipping code. That's 100%. Sometime this week, we are going to drop a free shipping code for all the members. Robert's shipping roughly costs about $7 per order on average. Robert uses that free shipping code. He has now just saved $2 on top of the fact that next week, maybe we drop a 15% off code. Maybe we drop a BOGO code. Who knows? But the point is, by being a member, your toy budget is going to go a little bit further. As long as you catch those codes. And again, they're going to be limited time windows. We're not going to run them for days or weeks or anything like that. I'm not going to drop them at like 6 a.m. for an hour. But they will be at appropriate times. And yeah, you guys will need to catch them. So that is what your channel membership will get you. And
sounds good.
Laserpants says you look angry, not adorable.
They walk hand in hand. Adorably angry, adorable. It's either one, actually. It's kind of
Yeah, kind of The answer is very briefly last week, and then 1 minute before we went live.
Yep.
But it's fine. It's fine. This is how we do business.
Yes, I was hanging out with the 118 minus Largo, and he's like, yeah, talked about the whole thing, but I have no clue what it is. I have no clue what the fuck he's talking about. So we all figured it out together. Yay.
It's exciting. This is exciting. So, get those channel memberships in. They are there. Anything else you want to add to that, Grumpaluffagus?
I'm not. Wait, hold on. The Titan, sir, I never leave home without it, okay? Always nearby. This is number 2. 2.5, actually. I had a half one earlier.
I'm such a douche. I can't believe I forgot to ask you what you sipping on.
Yep.
I got too excited.
Shame.
Mm-hmm.
Shame on you. Northern Nomad. Probably because I posted a toy stream earlier. Shouldn't have to be drugged through the mud with all the BS YouTube drama. Don't know what I'm talking about. Doesn't involve us. Don't care. Plain and simple.
Yeah.
Stay out of it unless it involves me. And then even then, I probably don't care.
Yeah. Anyway, what are you sipping on besides that Steel Reserve?
Nope, that's it. Just the
That's
sweet.
it.
I was gonna have some Crown Apple, but
You should have. It makes you happy.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling it.
For the love of God, go get some fucking Crown Apple in you.
Laser Pants had too much Roundup inhaled, so he might be a little loopy.
Yeah. Happens to the best of us. Yeah.
So what are you partaking today, sir?
Well, Aaron, I'm glad you asked. In my trusty Hello Dope mug, I have some coffee. Because I had to get hyped for this show. I was falling asleep on the couch because I am fucking old. And then, as always, I have the refreshing waters of Saratoga. Delicious. And then I have some Kroger water somewhere. Just in case. Just in case. But let's say hi to the chat then.
Alright, here we got it here. We already went through those. Yes, I should probably keep those up there. Oh well. We got Trust a Screamer with Damn It, beaten by Wilhelm.
Wilhelm was quick today.
He was. He even beat Rollkeeper this time. That's very impressive. Speaking of Wilhelm, let's go. It's Hello Dope Day. And then Axion Figs, as we like to call them. What's up, all you beautiful Hello Dope fams? What's up, man? The Titan coming to join us. Hail to the Hello Dope duo. Jason Evangelista.
Evangelista.
I all in the chat. 13th Prince. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Of course, Robert's Infinite Realms is here with some Hello Dope and Jelly time. Laser Pants, just for you, the first only channel member only will be all 100% dudes, full Diddy. Full Diddy.
I'm sick that day.
It's happening right now. We got Days Dimensions, the Looky. It's them Hello Dope boys. What's going on, man?
We them boys.
Speaking. Hello. Not Top Goon. What's up, nerds? What's up, man? And of course, the missus. Good evening. Looking forward to the show tonight. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for your support.
Yeah, I think that's 5. Yes.
Awesome. Cool. Well, Aaron, we used to have a saying in the early Hello Dope days. We're doing everything right. Right? Remember that saying? We haven't said that in a long ass fucking time.
Yeah.
We're doing everything right. And I want to go back all the way to kind of the beginning. We're going to talk about the Shopify, the marketing, the fucking building the site, all that kind of fucking shit. All the things that we actually did well, that now that we can look back on it, it looks smart. At the time, it was just kind of like, God, we were just throwing shit against the wall and hoping something would fucking work, but it worked out. There's a story about PowerCon 2022 that we never talk about, and that is the Great Boglin sale. So I think, was this before or after we had the parking lot beers and we like planted our flag. But Tim Clark was like, hey, I need Boglins to sell, and I know you have Boglins. And then we rushed back to my house. Mrs. Darklaw threw all those Boglins out on the porch. We shoved them in your car, and we went flying back to PowerCon, and Tim Clark sold Boglins for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was definitely before.
You think that was before?
Yes.
And then we went and had beers?
Yes. Well, I guess it depends on which time. There might have been an in between.
So
that was 2 years ago.
So we sold a bunch of Boglins. We made a lot of money. And then we were like, yo, let's go start this fucking business. And, you know, we kind of got all the emails and whatnot and all that bullshit. And then we went about it. So I think one thing that we did really well, both of us together, was the amount of intense research that we put into everything. Because I remember those first months, you know, you were streaming video games like during all your downtime, doing the Twitch stuff, and then you stopped that and literally just went into like homework mode. Like anything you could learn about Shopify, anything that you could learn about international shipping. Like you were just, it was the most studious I think I've ever seen you be. Like you were just sitting at your kitchen table with a giant book and glasses going, taking notes and going, we're going to do this, we're going to do this, and we're going to do this. And I'm like, where the fuck did you learn all this? And you're like, I'm just researching.
Yeah.
I was doing the same. I was listening to just endless small business marketing advice. And man, the more we listen to it, all that shit out there about how to start your own business is such basic stuff for us now. Because like when we're in a jam and we're like, we do feel like we're missing a piece and we try to go back to that shit. We're like, well, we're already doing that. We're already doing that. We already did this. We did this before you even suggested it. So what were some of the major things that, you were studying during that first 2-month period?
Oh man, I don't know. It's a lot of it's really just like the how to, building a website from like HTML coding is one thing, and then having a service like Shopify and all the other ones that are out there where it's already kind of pre-built. A lot was just trying to figure out how, once it's built, how do you turn the machine on? Like are there switches? Do you have to put a secret code in? And then a lot of it was trying to, like, once you get stuff listed, like does it, like, the shipping stuff, like all the weights, all the country codes, all the other stuff that gets involved. So I mean, a lot of hours, a lot of days went into just kind of learning the fundamentals of Shopify, and then it kind of like progressed. So like once we got it, like everything going, it was like, okay, well it's on. What now? How do you draw attention? And then that's where the Facebook came from, the Instagram, the TikTok page, like all the stuff to like now bring attention to a site that still no one knew about except for like 5 people. And well, that was great, and you were probably one of those 5 people. It obviously kind of blew itself up. It definitely like took itself to a level that we weren't expecting right away. And that first 30 days was rough, like nothing. I think I said literally, I think it was my cousin was the first one to ever buy anything, and only because I was like, hey, I need you to buy something, and he's like, oh, I want this anyway, so I'm gonna buy it. And then of course, then we got into our our social media grind. Meeting all these lovely people who have come to join us on a Sunday evening at 9:20 Eastern Standard Time. And it just kind of went from there, and I still look at stuff online today about, how do we take this machine that we've now built and how do we take it to the next step? What's the next step after this? And we talked about it last week. Obviously, that next step is clearly expanding from 2 basements to one place and having everything in one area. And then just kind of looking into what steps that takes, the funding, the business plan stuff, like all the things that banks need in order to hand you large sums of money to make a dream come true.
Real quick, Carlos, drop in the chat, bud. We'll start it. We'll come back around. Yeah. So the Shopify learning curve was a lot tougher than I thought. So, a majority of my life, I had, hand coded HTML websites, and when I got too far behind on web design knowledge, that's when I went to WordPress, and WordPress was so fucking easy to use. So I just assumed Shopify would be just as user friendly. And I'm like, yo, this is going to be fucking easy. And dude, Shopify really whooped our asses. It whooped my ass. It still whoops my ass. It still pisses me off a lot. Especially the way that the site was redesigned. Sometimes now I get lost in my own work. I'm like, the fuck did I plug this into? What does this cord do? Next thing you know, the whole thing's broken.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of back of house cleaning needs to be done.
Oh yeah.
Really streamline exactly how that that front of the house works, because it's great. I love it because everything is by collection. So you have your Joy Toy, you have your Marvel Legends, you have your GI Joe Classified, Super 7. But like within it, then there's like subcategories like pre-order stuff, in stock stuff. Well, in this in stock stuff, there's this collection of X-Men 97 or the Secret Wars wave. And instead of just having a gigantic page that just lists everything, and you can get lost in that quicker than anything. Having something that's divided where you can just scroll to exactly what you want to look for. Like you can go straight to Joy Toy and be like, oh, I want the Roman Republic line. Boom, well, there it is right there. It tells you, boom, here it is. Oh, it's pre-ordered and it's expected to arrive on this date. So we've gotten really more in tune to like putting as much information as we can in 3 different ways to let you know what's available right now and what's soon to be coming.
Yeah. Still needs it still needs a lot of work. Like it is a project, and boy, I wish some of that shit would just automate, like just we put it in there and we say live and it puts it in a right spot without us having to fucking go through and move shit around all the time. But that's a rant for another day. You kind of went into the social media, and I think we really tackled.
Patrick, I was putting that out into the universe for you.
Let's side note before we get into social media. We did that whole rant last week about some off customers here and there, and I swear to God, dude, like the emails and messages we got this week, I'm like, are people fucking trolling us right now? Are you fucking kidding me with it? It felt like more than ever. More than ever. And I'm like, no, these people, this has to be a joke, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, it wasn't as bad. I mean, a couple of them were like, hey, I just bought this, but like, no, okay, wait, yeah, I want it. Yeah. Very kind of like it felt like weird buyer's remorse. And it was like, well, I already bought it, so I guess I'm gonna keep it now. But then, like, for instance, I don't know if you saw in the Columbus Toy Group, we had that little incident with over canceling an order, because when you say, hey, cancel this order, you don't specify what. I only see the one thing, and that's what I canceled. But they found one locally, so or however way they found it. So some things tend to work out for themselves, It happens. accounts.
So I don't need to replace that order.
Negative, unless they're trying to get a second one, which I would verify with that later.
Okay.
But
hey, that's a good note.
But...
That's a good note. I missed that, so thank you. So social media. We started building a presence, and we literally, you know, like everybody, started with 0 followers on everything. Like, we didn't even get pity followers. In fact, you and me,
we pity followed each other.
Yeah, like we took our 3-4 Instagram accounts each and used that, and then, you know, I got Mrs. Darklaw to follow, I got Simi Skies to follow.
Yep.
And then as that number grew, we started pulling those out. Just to try to keep the number pure, but we needed to get the ball rolling. But I think in regards to social media, at least Instagram, because, you know, the Facebook does the Facebook thing. I don't know how good we are at the Facebook, and I know we're pretty bad at the TikTok. But Instagram, we seem to be doing okay with for hardly ever doing anything.
Well, I mean, the Instagram thing kind of grew itself, you know, with a platform that started off as, you know, you post pictures and, you know, people like and comment based on, you know, your little picture. That helped, you know, a couple of those early reels that was created as fun really brought an extra eyes to what we were trying to do. But then the integration with Instagram and Facebook through the whole Meta thing,
that was smart.
Really kind of piggybacked each other. So while we may not post a lot of stuff on Facebook, it does it for us because they're linked together. And this goes back to maybe what I was saying like a while ago, is the thing that I want to probably get back to doing is making like targeted posts where maybe I do something that is just on one particular platform, like on Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it. You know, hey, you use I found it on X and get whatever or free shipping or whatever. Kind of like what we want to do with the members only thing, but you know, put it to a particular social media. And that's just for me, more for like tracking, you know, where are you coming from? You know, how did you find us? And you know, Google does its own thing. It lets you know, like, hey, you know, this person came from blah 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 blah. But like other than that, a lot of them just says unknown. I want to know what the unknown is.
Yeah, we want to know what the unknown is. Where the fuck are y'all coming from? Tell us. Did grandma send you? We want to fucking know. So when we started Instagram with nothing, one of the, you know, you talked about posting some of the reels. Like we also went through and tried to engage with the community as much as possible because, you know, we both believe in, you know, the toy community. Being a part of it, being active in our communities, even our local personal communities, through like toy donations. And we did the charity drive for Mython last month, you know, things like that. Those are important to us. So interacting with people that are into the same thing that we are was really important. So we would, when we were building from nothing, we'd go through these toy photographers, toy collectors, and you know, try to leave a nice comment. And if it was somebody who was doing really awesome work, we followed them. Yep. And if the rule became, because we weren't just gonna fucking spam bullshit, like we weren't about that either. Like, oh hey, look at this is a great shot, fire. The rule was, if you could not think of something sincere and unique to comment on the photo, you don't fucking comment anything and you just fucking move on. And that gets hard when you're, that first month, every night was on Instagram, dude. Like every fucking night I was on Instagram, like 2-3 hours sometimes, just doom scrolling, going, holy fuck, that's a sick shot. what is something nice and sincere and unique that I can say about this that I haven't said about the past 58 that I've done.
Yeah.
That was tricky, but you know, those people appreciated it, and then they kind of started following, and they started learning what we were about. And I think a lot of the testimonials, so we have some clips from our show and clips from other shows of kind of just people praising the service that we have. So keeping those up and keeping those pinned goes a long way for newer people who don't know anything about us either. And I don't know, man, lately it's been snowballing. Like, I think we've had more growth in this past week than we've had in a long time. I wish that would correlate to YouTube as well, but you know, something's something.
I mean, you know, slow growth. I mean, and a lot of it is kind of, I don't want to say rehashing. I guess you could say rehashing. Kind of, you know, tailing back to the early beginnings. You know, going back to some of those YouTube channels and the connections that we came across that I don't want to say like we forgot about, but like, hey, you know, we still see you and do stuff with you, but you know, hey, let's scroll back around. For instance, you know, we had that Rocco the Great did a video of some Mythic Legions that we had sent him,
Mhm.
and you know that kind of moved some needles with some people who may have not known who we were.
Mhm.
You know, we can always go back to, you know, our time with 3POA and how they kind of put us back on that rocket ship and sent us for a whirlwind across the world.
Mhm.
But then you get stuff like, you know, A Punk with Toys. You got, you know, Wilhelm, and you know, we were Fantastic Toy Adventures. You know,
Unboxing art.
Unboxing Art was another one of those. You know, there's a lot of those people that kind of really help do like the grunt work that, you know, hey, these are legit people. They actually do stuff. But then there's like other like unsung heroes, you know, like Realm of Toys. He really was all in from the beginning.
Actually, I was about to make a point about Frank in regards to things that we did right. It was fucking getting on board with Realm of Toys, because I remember he messaged us, and initially we kind of both like I rolled a little bit because we were nobody, and you know, we'd been getting quite a few of those messages at that time, and goddamn, fucking partnering up with Frank at A Realm of Toys was one of the smartest things we ever fucking did. That man is nothing but positivity, and his work just gets better and better and better, and he has such a huge following, and he is so fucking respected in the toy photography world. It is insane. And this guy just he always wants to help. He always wants to help. That's all he ever wants to do. He just wants to fucking help.
Yeah, it's funny because I think I came across him on TikTok when I was doom scrolling through TikTok, and I'm like, man, like every 5 or 6 swipes up was this Realm of Toys video that he posted. I'm like, man, who is this dude? And like, you know, it's always, you know, I have a soft spot for wrestling stuff, and like I'm just like post after post, and I started going through his page, and I'm like, man, like this guy's great. And then it's like you just said, like then like he sends us this message, and he's like, hey, how can I help? I'm like, what? That's amazing, because I just was watching your shit on TikTok like 5 minutes ago, and here you are. And you know, for 2 years running now, he's been rolling with us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely appreciate it.
Whenever we need something, like he's got us, and
yes, Frank is awesome.
I guess we'll talk about the commission program a little bit, because he was the guinea pig for that, and it's still kind of in its beta testing. I don't know how quickly we want to get out of that, because I don't know what that impact would have on the site or the sales or, you know, monies and whatnot. But when we rolled out the commission program, we just wanted to experiment with it. And so, you know, Frank's one of the guys with a code. He has a huge following. Yeah, that's what we experimented with for a while. And it went back to you talking about, well, I want to know where these people are coming from, right? So now Frank has a code. People use the code. Well, we know exactly where this order came from. This order fucking came from Frank. And I think that was a bit of a game changer too. Like once we saw how many times that code was being used, and it's like, oh, cool, we had an influx of customers. Sometimes there's just a giant fucking traffic spike in the middle of the fucking day, and I have no clue ever where it came from. How many times have I fucking texted you and been like, where the fuck did this come from? Don't know. Don't know. Completely unknown. So when people do use those codes, it does help us, you know, kind of tell the story and see what the code holders are doing, you know? And so that was a really interesting experience, rolling that out with him, seeing what it produced, and slowly expanding that program.
Yeah. I mean, from there, I mean, there are some avenues that, you know, we can talk later about where this can evolve to, because like I said, just this iteration of it hits a wall at some point, and not in the sense that, you know, it's not being used properly, or there's the recipient isn't getting proper gain. There is another way where everyone involved in this little project still be able to benefit without us in the back end having to do some math. So that is a future thing. We'll talk to those parties involved who are currently in this program, and, you know, work out new details and how that benefits all involved.
Do you want to take a chat break, or it filled up a little bit, but
we can probably let it run a couple minutes.
So, you know, we're still talking about everything that we did right. And I don't remember, I want to say it was your idea, but I was definitely on board with it. And I know we were both kind of hesitant to do it. And one of the things that we did right was this YouTube channel and this show. And if you look at our subscriber count, for as long as we've been doing this, we are nothing compared to people that have been doing it less, people who have been doing it longer. Honestly, we're behind a lot of people that started when we started, or started a little bit before, a little bit after us. But I still think this is one of the smartest things we ever did. We started this YouTube channel, and we consistently showed up every fucking Sunday. And, you know, we've missed a couple here and there, but nothing major. And we put a face to the brand. And I know that's also something that you've been passionate about, because especially in the early days, like, nobody even knew you were there. They just thought I was just doing all these amazing feats all by my fucking self and didn't even know you existed. So having both of us on here got everybody to know, like, no, it's not just me. It is both of us together, and we cannot do this without the other one. What are your thoughts on the initial YouTube, when we started the channel, why we started the channel? How are we still here? Fuck.
Well, I'm still trying to figure out how we're still here, honestly. I mean, the initial phase of this was literally what you just said. It was to put two faces to a brand name that no one knew was happening. And, you know, it also turned into, this is our excuse to be able to see each other once a week.
Yep.
Because, you know, between work, life, and everything else, you know, we're busy. We don't get that chance.
Yeah, we get a guaranteed hangout time every week.
Exactly. Yes, Ed. We do have a YouTube channel. What do we do on it? You still don't know.
Don't know.
But, you know, when we sat down and discussed this and, like, try to figure out where this was going to go, you know, we committed that, yes, we're going to do it every Sunday. at 9 o'clock, no matter what, unless there was something of importance, wedding anniversaries, kids' birthdays, whatever, that we just couldn't do it. I mean, hell, we did we did a show on New Year's Day. We did a show on Super Bowl Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Things that we've learned we won't do again.
We will not do that again.
It just doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
But it showed consistency. We right now we're 87 episodes into this journey, and we do have one planned time off between now and episode 100, and this was all planned out. This is a planned week that we won't do a show, so don't be surprised when that happens. Because episode 100 is landing on a planned day, so you can figure it out if you do the math. But it was a journey. We started with no one. It was just me and you, and like what I learned, like streaming on Twitch and stuff, is you don't worry about like how many people are watching or if anyone's watching. You just continue on creating your content, and eventually you'll get someone to watch. And that person started off as Jim Largo. He was the first one consistently to come back every Sunday, and I think we were getting ready to like call it. He just we held like an entire conversation for 30 extra minutes just talking about whatever it is that we were talking about.
Yeah, because we had done that whole show live with nobody in there. Like we probably had our phones on it, so it looked like people were in there, so people didn't show up, and there was like nobody there. And yeah, Largo just shows up, and we were just like, fucking human. Yes. And then he kept talking, and I'm like, is this dude fucking crazy? Like, what is he doing in here? Anyway, carry on.
Yes, but yeah, exactly. You're right. They say he hung out, and it kind of just took off from there, really, because that from there, we got Axion Figs, and then Mr. Wonderful joined in that little gang, and then we went from 6, 7, 8 viewers a week to, I think we had peaked at one point at like 15, and we're like, oh my god, 15 people. Like real people, not like fake people or bots or whatever. Like they were real people chatting, and they were conversing with. And then we were like, well, if we ever the next goal, we had to make it to 25. Like, well, we made it to 25, and then we made it to 30. We've had guests on, of course. A lot of people show up for the guests, and that's fine. It's still attention to us. We peaked at like, I think the highest that we peaked was 125. So that was cool. I don't think we've done it since. I don't know if we'll do it again, but hell, I'll take it. Yes, Mr. Wonderful, we're working on the Plunderlings, okay? We're working on it.
Well, I thought we said fuck the Plunderlings.
I mean, I did, but I'm trying to appease the man because he's in the chat.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, here we are, 2 years later, and we're still going strong. There's days where we're like, man, what did we talk about, or like what purpose of this show are we trying to do today? And we changed our format, from the original way it was. We would sit, we'd actually think out the show, like, this is what we want to talk about, this is what we're going to do, it's planned. And now we said, screw that, we'll just do what we do. And it's more entertaining for our viewers basically to watch us banter, because that's what people want. They want to see the banter. It's something that's real. It's not like we have a script that says, hey, banter now. Like, when it happens, this is because we are actually doing it. And our friendship, at the end of the day, is, it's natural, it's organic. It's not two people that nobody has never met before, so you get that weird awkwardness. Like, we've known each other for damn near all of our lives. So I think that ultimately was what made this show different from a lot, because we have that, and also the fact that we're entertaining folks.
Absolutely. And it builds brand awareness and brand trust. If somebody comes across the Hella Dope name, whether that's from a Facebook group or fucking random internet listing or just word of mouth in general, and they don't know anything about us. Like, look, man, if you Google Hella Dope, like there is just a catalog of everything we have done, from our show appearances on other shows, magazine articles, the shows we've done here, blogs that have been posted. If you want to know about us, it is right there. And this show, I think, goes a long way. So it's like, oh, I can go see that. Those are the two guys that own it. They don't seem like they're going to rip me off. So why not roll the dice? And actually, guys, this whole thing's just a long scam. Okay.
We're playing the long game right now.
Yeah. About 25 years from now.
We truly are African princes.
Payday. Payday. The long con. But yeah. And speaking of the YouTube channel, Aaron, I want to shout out our YouTube channel memberships that just launched today. And for the $4.99 a month, not only are you going to have access to an after show if we ever feel like doing one, which is not guaranteed, friends, but from time to time we will. But once we hit 25 members, we are going to do random drawings, and once-ish a month, we're going to have any members that want to appear on the show come hang out with us and shoot the shit. Maybe open some toys, maybe talk about their favorite thing, maybe rant about the stupid figure that they paid too much for. I don't know. We'll find out then. And then the most important thing, where the value comes from, Aaron, is once a week, we're going to toss up a code for X amount of time. Could be 6 hours, could be 12 hours, who knows? And you can use that code on the site. And this week, we are doing a free shipping code, which means if you use that code, it pretty much pays for your membership and you save a few bucks. And if you catch a code next week and use that too, you've saved even more. So, if you like buying toys, you like Hella Dope, become a channel member. Fuck yeah.
Payne says that he misses the Hella Dope stickers. Something we should probably get back to.
Yeah, the hologram ones were fucking sick as fuck. I don't even know if that printing company still exists.
I thought you said they moved.
They moved, but I don't know if they went under or what. I know they were struggling there for a minute, but yeah, we'll have to find another way. You know, there's a lot of YouTubers that make stickers. Maybe we should reach out to one of them and see how they're doing it. That would be a good idea.
Yes.
The stickers were sick. Let's say check in on the chat.
Sounds good. We got Tony Horton. What's good, everyone? What's up, Tony? Mr. Wonderful is here with us today. The Rickster. Talked with the Rickster over on Bill's channel earlier today.
Oh, nice.
From Canada. I believe that's correct. Speaking of Bill, there he is. What's up, Bill? How you doing? You doing well? And then we got Ken's Toys. Not the other Ken. It's this Ken. This one right here. What's up? And then, of course, Carlos, how's it going, man? I got your question. I'll pop that up here in just a second there. And then we got Allison Choi, the retro toy princess.
And real quick, shout out to Allison, who just became a Hella Doper. And I really hope you take advantage of that that code this week, which will be in the members community tab.
Carlos asked, his question was, what toy line is the most successful and what's the least successful toy line that you guys sell? Well, let's start with the obvious one. Let's go with the least one. That's a really easy answer to give. That is so far RoboForce from Nacelle.
Yes.
And Sectars from Nacelle. Those two were by far. I mean, it was. I think we're finally dwindling down on what we've had, and then I think we still got like some left over.
Mm-hmm.
But though that is by far the least successful toy line that we have dealt with in our 2 years of hella doping.
But hey, they're vintage now, so
They're vintage now, yeah. They're
you
collector
know,
items. Go ahead and get them now. They'll be worth something
maybe
eventually.
it's a shame because they are pretty fucking cool. They are
Oh,
big,
yeah.
giant chunks of plastic. But I don't know if it's because it skews too far from the original concept, which was like the suction cup robots, or
I mean,
if
they have a
just
suction cups. I mean, and for as chunky as that thing is, that suction cup holds up very well.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
wow.
That's a strong motherfucker. I think Unboxing Art did a review on it. If anybody wants to go check it out, I think he stuck it to his fridge or something like that. But yeah, it's sad, but they're still there.
They're still there. I mean, as for the most successful, um, early numbers is gonna say Jada Toys right now. I mean, that Street Fighter line has been just flying. I think we finally are very close to moving Ken out your house.
Just a handful left, not a lot, not a lot.
But yeah, I would probably say Jada Toys would be the biggest mover so far. I mean, you're obviously gonna have your Marvel Legends. You're gonna have your classified stuff that's always gonna move when it's available. Um, Surprisingly, for as much as people wanted a lot of the 118 stuff, I mean, the Joy Toy stuff's not moving as much. We get a lot of weird blips with the Delta 17 stuff. Like we'll go like 2-3 days, nothing, and then like 2 days where it's like Delta 17 just flying out the door.
Yeah.
So there's those. Four Horsemen's kind of like stalemating in the middle right now.
Mhm.
Valorverse, when we get it in, I mean, it sells itself, so you kind of know where that's coming from. That's really it. I mean, I'd say right now, Jada Toys right now is by far the best successfully moving product line we have currently. And I'm keeping an eye on this because I know some of y'all like to hear like these kind of conversations. So we might do something towards the end of the year, kind of like a yearly end breakdown of how did we do? What was our best seller? What was our worst seller? Why am I still crying? Because we still have Rebel Force. I don't know. You'll see.
Yeah. Real quick, shout out to Ed for gifting one Hella Dope Toys membership. Somebody, I don't know who, just became a Hella Doper.
Oh, yeah.
And that is fucking awesome, but it does not show me who.
I
And
think it takes a second for it to pop up.
cool. What else in the chat?
We got Dead Man 1.
Nice.
What dope?
Welcome.
What's up? What's up, Dead Man? And Bill says, thanks for the shout out, guys. If we all help each other, we all grow together. I 100% agree. Trust Screamer. Yep, this show was a good thing, gents. Yeah, that was the idea. That's why we did it. Why do we still do it? Let's still to be determined. Bill says, keep grinding, guys. Your channel will get there. Never give up. Always forward. And honestly, a lot of this is the one like that gets me the most because like we're just lazy. Like we could easily put videos out about whatever. We just don't do it. Like I have a video that I already it's basically edited. Everything's done. I just need to post it. I just don't want to do it. It's got to hit the button and then let it go into the YouTube world. But
yeah, I don't know if it's like it's not that like we don't want to do it. I mean, we are kind of lazy, but that's just because when we have a moment to breathe and there's a rare instance where Hella Dope is caught up because boy, I feel like I'm a week behind. Like we just want to go fucking sit on the couch. It's just not we're not YouTubers, I think that's what it is. And we understand, why the channel hasn't grown like other channels because we don't fucking produce any content. We just show up here, and I'm quite happy with the people that show up here, and it grows a little bit, and you know, up and down. But yeah, we're just not in the mindset of content creators. It's not the business, I guess. But we want to. We want to be. We just don't.
Maybe
We just don't. We like the idea of it. We just don't.
right.
So it's our own fault.
Next year's goals.
Mm-hmm.
They won't be. 13th Prince. I've always felt like this show is a pub where you get to go and chill and wind down, but don't let the bartender drink the blue drink. Well, yeah, we do know what happens with that blue drink, man.
No more blue champagne.
No more.
Ever.
Mm-mm.
Ever.
Yeah. Not
Mm-mm.
good.
Mm-mm.
Paint Toy Sample says Jim's been dealing with some things. He's been around. Well, that's good. Good to hear. That is good. And Action on Figs. First show I watched, there was 3 of us in the chat, and for most of the stream. Look how far you've come. Proud of you boys. Oh, thank you, man. It means a lot. We go from 3 to 30 something, 31. Let me hear. Bill says, I got a suggestion. Put your membership join link in your link list and also video descriptions. We'll get there. It'll happen.
Yeah. Yeah. He just sent a super chat too. Yeah. I was trying to do it while we're live. I just can't do it at the moment. So the link's there. It'll, like, you guys can find it. I didn't expect to hit 25 members today or anything like that. That's more of a long-term goal. But I really just wanted to promote the value that was out there. But yeah, it is a good thought to put it in the description, and moving forward, that is what I'm going to do, but I'm not going to do that right now because I was trying and I can't focus on both. So
Jeff Morrison's best selling has to be NECA's Angela Lansbury. I mean, that definitely is the most shocking one. That is for sure. Like, yeah. I didn't think that was gonna do anything. And then you guys said, "Yeah, pull up my drink. I'm gonna show you how much we want this one."
Yeah, I thought that was so dumb, and then it just blew the fuck up. And I said, "Okay, I'll sit down. I'll sit down and I'll shut up. Fuck do I know? Fuck do I know?" And that brought out people that aren't toy collectors too. Like that's where some of that came from as well. Mm-hmm. Crazy.
A lot of like the nostalgia piece, like you remember watching that show as a kid, at least being a kid and it's on TV, whether you watch it or not, it was on.
Yeah.
And then a Punk with Toys has become a hella doper.
Thank you, Lawrence.
Mr. Wonderful has also joined the ranks.
See, that's one I would have been mad about, like, if Travis didn't become a member. I'd be like, bro, this is like literally designed for you. So there he is. Travis, we appreciate the support.
And then also we have Musu. You're just gonna go with that one today. Has also become a channel member.
Well, I appreciate that. I don't even think I've seen that name before, so thank you.
And of course, and Bill just became a helidoper.
Thank you, Bill.
And last one I got here, Alice Troy says, content creation can be a full-time job. You may need another employee to add full-time content. Just focus on the store and that customer service that we all appreciate. Ed, get to work.
Make us toy videos.
Yeah, now, damn it.
On top of your own channel.
Yeah.
On top of helping all the other YouTubers too. The hell, Ed. Come on, guy.
Angela Lansbury is a Spanish inquisition of action figures. That's good.
Did we put up Bill's super chat?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, all right. I just want to make sure. I know we covered it. I just want to make sure we put it up there.
Yeah.
Awesome. So we're kind of talking about YouTube. I want to talk about marketing, because things that we did right, which we still do right. I think this was a big one, And a lot of our, we dabbled in those ads. You were talking about doing targeted ads and stuff. Like we've dabbled with the Facebook ads and the Instagram ads. And while there was slight return on it, I think the problem is, like we just don't create ads very well. I think that's the first problem. I'm just like, let's drop $30 and just share this post everywhere. That doesn't necessarily work. So if you are going to pay for a Facebook ad or an Instagram ad or YouTube ad, just at least maybe make sure that your ad actually works, has a hook, and can keep somebody's attention. So we don't dabble in that a lot, but our weaknesses, we found people with strengths in those areas, and we kind of took advantage of that. We talked about the 3POA, and we talk about the 3POA all the time about putting us on the map originally, but them saying our name a lot kind of made us like indie wrestler famous for a couple months, like suddenly people know our names and shit. And like you talked about Wilhelm, and we talked about unboxing art, and then there's Lawrence, who's in the commission program as well. So many other people that say the name for us. These people have reach outside of the bubble that we're currently in, because our Instagram posts and our Facebook posts and our TikToks and our Twitters, all that, it only does like this much. Honestly, like sometimes I'm like, why am I even fucking bothering making this fucking post? Like who the fuck is going to see this? But then everybody shares it and they talk about it on their shows, and suddenly it just spreads like wildfire. And I think utilizing the support from others, just it went so fucking far. So far. Like I cannot sit here and say we did this all by ourselves. Like sure, we made a fucking website and we fucking bought some fucking inventory and we got some fucking followers and made a show, but bringing people to the door, I don't know how much of that we actually did. We knocked on a door and got lucky and found some people with some megaphones. And they're like, hey, Hella Dope's here. Look over here. Look at how fast this got shipped to me. Look how beautiful this got shipped to me. Look at this sweet ass fucking action figure. Look at this fucking sick toy photography with a Hella Dope crate in the fucking background, which by the way, those are coming in the next couple weeks. Radnom's almost done. So close.
Mothman is a wind beneath your wings. Oh man.
Mothman did all of his. Hold on, where is he? I can't even fucking do it without him. Mothman just came cruising by and he was like, oh, hey guys, let's go over to Hella Dope Toys where they sell action figures and stuff, and they'll send it so it doesn't get broken. Yeah. Then I just went about my merry way and got my spicy barbecue Pringle chips.
Love it.
Goes over there.
And our good friend QTube, Mr. Quentin J. Bedwell, they also became a member.
And, when we're talking about spreading the gospel, fucking Quentin put us in a fucking comic book, dude. We cameoed in a fucking comic book. How fucking crazy. I went to a family dinner a few weeks ago with my relatives, uncles, cousins, all that shit. And they were all just so wowed by it. They were like, you were in a comic book. That's fucking sweet. I'm like, I fucking know. Isn't that fucking cool as shit?
Like, you gotta tell us we know.
And then, shout out to Quentin for also helping us out with some of the YouTube avatars that I rotate in and out for the thumbnails. Love those as well. Last week, I don't know if anybody noticed, if you zoom in on last week's picture, Aaron and I are actually standing in the store, just way in the back, very tiny. Didn't know that, did you? You got to zoom into it. Everybody go back and look. Zoom in. We're standing in that store. I thought it was cute. It didn't translate well when it went live, but on my screen over here, it looked great.
I want to pop up this real quick and kind of
Okay.
answer it. Bill says I wouldn't waste my money on Instagram or Facebook ads. And normally I would agree with you, but when you are starting out with nothing and you have nothing and you have no one and you're trying to bring attention to something that you're trying to grow, you use all the avenues that you have available to you. And Instagram and Facebook was a platform that is heavily used hourly. So I wouldn't say that the money that we poured into it, it wasn't a lot. It's not like we poured like thousands of dollars.
Not like
But like
$30.
Like the money that we put into it, we got something out of it. Is attention to the website, attention to our Instagram page. Things like that did come from it. I think just like the big scale of like if you're gonna run, like we were trying to say, if you're gonna run an ad on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok or whatever, one, be really good at putting an ad together, and two, make sure when you do that you are hitting the target of people that you're trying to target. I think when we did it, we just threw out a net and said, let's see what we catch.
Mm-hmm.
And we caught some good catches. We caught some guppies, and we were just sitting on a boat catching a buzz. But at the end of the day, here we are. So something came out of it. It just maybe not been exactly what we wanted, but we lived, we've learned, we know what to do next time.
And it's also what I've learned from marketing and promoting and building the brand is it is a bunch of tiny little things. And that is just like kind of one of the tools in the kit. It certainly isn't something I would use as a crutch, and it certainly wouldn't be the thing that I put all the money into. Honestly, the commission program that we have is probably one of the stronger marketing tools that we use. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't hurt to try something different, but I agree. I'm not going to fucking put $100 a month into it unless I was quite confident that I could make a better ad. And I thought I made a good ad. I mean, it was all right, but I don't think it really hit the spot.
What you need to do is you need to use Mossman and make a quick, like 15 seconds just to kind of like hit the main points. Because who doesn't love Mossman?
That's true. Oh, I was trying to do that green screen with him. And the way fucking Instagram records, like I couldn't get it set up right. It was I was trying to rip off Rocco the Great. I was trying to do pre-orders at Hello Dope Toys with the green screen with Mossman. And God, it just kept fucking up. And I got so fucking pissed off. I was like, you know what? I just can't do it this way. But yeah, honestly, I was just being lazy and trying to bang something out real quick. And then I spent 2 hours just cursing. So lesson learned there. Don't fucking half-ass your marketing either.
More Mossman shorts. That would be great.
Yeah. Yeah. Would be. Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
Carlos, I want to bring this up real quick, says your best advertising is toy hunters and other toy YouTubers. Yes and no, and here's why. So toy hunters, I mean, it takes away the point of the hunt. Like that's the enjoyment that most toy hunters get, is going store to store, trying to find that figure, and the satisfaction of finding it when they do. Now, eventually, that toy hunters who can't find it will then rely on, secondary markets like ourselves, the other places that I can't name out loud. Toy YouTubers, there are some that kind of want something in return. and that kind of comes with the business, like I want you to promote this Delta 17 figure. So in order for me to do that, I gotta send it to you. So there's that part where it's like a give and take. I have to give up my inventory, and I have to take a write off, because that's what it turns out to be at the end of the day, to send you this figure. And then and then there's the fear of two things when sending something to a toy YouTuber. One, if they're completely honest about what they're doing, and most of them are, if they shit on it, why would you buy it? Oh man, like this leg doesn't kick out, or look how it broke. If I'm watching, I'm like, I'm not buying that. But at the same time, if you have those that are really good about it, and hey, this is maybe one of a rare QC issue, and you get a result from that. And that's why we created this little beta thing that we're working on to kind of see how this works. And I mean, more success than duds. There had been some duds in there in the early parts, which is why we didn't really roll out just sending everything to different YouTubers. But we'll see. Things change.
Yeah, I wanna touch on that too, because things that we did right to get our name out there. We did initially send unsolicited items to YouTubers. Like if I could get their PO box, I just sent them something with just a little note in there, little letter saying, "Hey, this is who we are. This is for you. Keep it, give it away, whatever. Doesn't fucking matter to me. This is just for you, and this is just us saying hello." And for the most part, a lot of those people took it and shared it on their show, which helped a lot, especially when, nobody knew who we were. And some of those people maybe just said, "Cool, thanks," and just fuck all the way off. Which is where I've gone on the building the table rant quite a few times. So, some of those names are remembered as well. But in regards to, you talked about some of the duds. Like, we almost have to put, and I don't like being a dick about it, but we have to put a minimum requirement on what your reach is as an influencer if we're going to start giving you codes, because we did give out test codes to smaller influencers, and it's frustrating for them because their reach isn't strong enough for it to actually make an impact. And then it just looks like we're being assholes and not, paying them off with anything, but they're not bringing anything in. And it's not because they're not trying. Well, sometimes it's because they're not trying, but when they do try, it still doesn't work just because that reach isn't big enough. So we have to tell people no sometimes too. And I fucking hate that. I don't want to be that guy, but I can't give 500 things away just so you can put it on your YouTube channel that has 280 subscribers and you preach our name. That might have worked really well in 2022, but unfortunately where we're at now, it just doesn't. Not that we don't appreciate it, but
that's also one of those reasons why we're kind of re-looking at this influencer program to try and find different ways for some of those that aren't, at 12,000 or 2,000 or 50,000, who are out there, who want to support but don't have the gigantic following. So it's stuff that's in the works. It probably won't be till next year when it fully comes out. But there's things that we're trying to work on. So there's a point where this is why we want to get to where we want to get to, where Ted and I can sit and talk about things like this and not have to worry about day jobs and everything else. We can focus 100% on the little task things like redoing the influencer program, the YouTube membership program. Hey, yes, we got it's $4.99, but maybe we'll do something that's a little bit more like our for our steel reserves, something like that. I don't know. There's always something, but it takes time. It takes meeting. It takes all the stuff that we just don't have the time for because of all the other things that we have in our lives that we've got to focus on because we can't focus here 100% of the time.
Yeah. I wanna pull this up.
I was getting ready to do that myself, but yeah.
Yeah, and Bill, I know you're one of the day oneers since you heard of who we were. I mean, you used to have us on your channel whenever we could pop in, and like especially in the early days, that was a huge fucking help. And I didn't have time to upload it just because I was pressed for show prep this week, hence the abrupt start and the lack of excitement in our intro. But you made us a really nice commercial, and it was pretty awesome. So I'm going to share that next week for sure. But if you're running that on your channel, dude, like,
yeah,
thank you.
Like,
oh, awesome. Yeah, I was at a hospital all day, so I didn't get to fucking watch any YouTube.
Bill's membership just bought me a 6-pack of Stewart. Yes, sir. Sir.
Yeah. And Carlos, sometimes it doesn't feel that way, which is why it was important to remind ourselves, because a lot of days, some days are tough. But again, when you zoom out and you look at the bigger picture of the past several months, you can see the story a little bit better and be like, oh yeah, maybe that wasn't so bad. But yeah, to kind of put the hat on marketing, like, just all of you amazing people out there supporting us does so much of it. Like, any share that you have, any fucking picture that you're posting, just telling people in those stupid fucking Facebook groups. God damn, those Facebook groups piss me off. These Jada Toys, Marvel Legends Facebook groups where it's like, I want this, but I can't find it anywhere. I can't wait to get this. Oh, Big Bad sold out. Oh, Hasbro Pulse sold out. And I got people like Travis and Unboxing Art going, hey, assholes, go to Hella Dope Toys. And that's not the first time they've done that. They've done that multiple times. Hell, you and I have done that. And then just like, and then what do they do the next day? They go, that's sold out over here. I can't buy it. Nobody has it. And I'm like, you stupid fuckers. God damn. Or they'll fucking make a post, look at this sweet Marvel Legend that I got on eBay for $35. And I'm like, you stupid motherfucker. I have that in stock.
Right now,
probably on clearance. You fucking moron.
Yeah.
I shouldn't talk that way about my future customers. One of them is going to watch this and they'll be like, well, they just lost a customer.
Yeah.
Cool. Go back to sold out Hasbro Pulse. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. Hey, I will tell you though. I had to take a page out of your book when Hasbro Pulse sold out of the Death Heads.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, well, if you wait 2 hours, guess who's gonna have it up? Because we already have the order placed, and I know how many's coming. And like, oh yeah, like it's just funny to use the Hasbro Pulse's like downfall against themselves. It's like you have these people pay for your membership to get like, first run guarantees of being able to get this. Now, if you don't pay for the Hasbro Pulse membership and you're like me, like I'll just wait till 4 o'clock and it's not there. Oh well, that's on me because I didn't buy the membership. But when you buy the membership and it's still not there, that's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big problem.
It is. It is.
God, I can find better things to buy with my not spent $35 membership to Hasbro Pulse.
we're gonna go on a side tangent here on this positive show.
No.
Okay, on
Don't
this
we
positive
always?
show, side tangent. Okay, this
Being positive. I'm telling
is
you to not spend $35 and spend it somewhere else.
this fucking company disrespects its customers so fucking bad that they charge them a membership fee just so they can fucking line up and get a middle finger, get a Dick Cheney, go fuck yourself, go fuck yourself, go fuck yourself. And then they go and they fucking cry on the fucking Facebooks. And what the fuck do? They don't cancel that fucking membership. No, of course not. They fucking go back for more and more. And, oh, it's sold out again. Fuck. And then we're like,
Or you gotta be up at like 6 a.m. in the morning. Was it that Once a Man Cobra Commander like went up like 6 different times, and I think the last one before it like officially was done went up at like 7 a.m.
yeah. Well, look, the exclusives are completely different argument. I'm just talking about the fucking other
same-
shit, the
same
fan channel stuff.
Same
Um,
argument. Why am I
but,
paying $35 for membership for you to sell out of something that's pre-ordered?
No, I mean that's
Unless you're telling me that you went in production saying I'm only going to make 2,000 of these, and once these 2,000 are gone, I'm not making anymore. I'm looking at you, Arctic Bats, which is
just fucking ship the shit already. God damn.
bro.
God damn,
but
you
like,
have it
what's-
tooled out. Just place
what's
the
the-
order.
Like, what's the point? I don't get it. I don't understand the model behind the Hasbro Pulse membership.
No,
'Cause
their
you're
fucking point is like they're the enemy. Like I'll shit on fucking Big Bad, right? Because Big Bad makes it easy by fucking price gouging and then taking forever to fucking ship and then shipping it in fucking pirate friendly boxes.
That's because it's $4. You get the old saying, you get what you pay for. Okay.
yeah,
You want to buy it from Big Bad because the Big Bad's been around since
25
probably the
years
beginning
now.
of time,
25 years.
But when you pay $4 shipping, it's gonna take $4 of time to get there. My family would call that Turtle Express. Like you're gonna strap it to a back of a turtle, and it's gonna show up in like 3 months, and then you're gonna be like, "Oh, well, I could have ordered it from 9 other places and would have probably gotten it 3 months sooner." You probably could have.
Yeah, for the extra $3 fucking dollars. Time or money, friends. But Hasbro Pulse does not want places like us to fucking exist. The fucking fact that they created, they make and distribute toys and then created their own fucking online toy store that they can't even fucking properly maintain. And it's just to fucking knock the little guys out of the fucking way. And I think that's Big Bad included to a degree, even though I'm sure that's one of their biggest fucking customers. But like you're fucking up the market. Fucking up the market, Pulse, and then you're making it harder for fucking us. And then fucking rip us off anyway. So fucking just Hasbro's fucking everybody everywhere.
Yeah.
God damn it, I need a fucking goddamn Marvel Legend figure, you know? They got me by the balls, Aaron. They got me by the balls. I need that Spider-Man with the mask.
Oh, I know.
The animated series one with the vulture.
Yes,
I don't fucking know why. I have 15 fucking Spider-Mans. I have 15, Aaron.
This is different.
I need the one with the fucking mask.
Like, it's a game changer.
Am I the fucking problem? Like,
Don't know. To be determined. See, this is why. See, this is a conversation we could have on an after show with our members.
absolutely. Let me get on Facebook real quick and fucking cry about this shit right now. Right now. Okay, that's my tangent.
Okay, off the box now.
Yeah.
Back to positivity.
Back to positivity. We were talking about marketing and influencers and all the people that
super. Thanks for asking.
all the people with muscle in different bubbles. Like that's what it is. Like Wilhelm is in a different bubble than, like Lawrence at A Punk with Toys, and well, I guess Chad's in the same bubble. Then 3POA, they're in a different bubble, and Like, I think just Rocco's in a completely different bubble. Rocco's in his own fucking bubble. So having diverse content creators support and share, and then we're able to, you know, support that community and product. Like, we started selling like Delta 17 and Joy Toy because of, you know, the supporters of the Chads and the Wilhelms saying, hey, we want some 118 shit. And we're like, okay, let's give it a fucking try, you know? So we got a new customer base just from that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm still fired up. Shit. Still fired up. Still fired up. What are your thoughts on the influencers in the marketing? I gotta take a breath.
I kind of spoke my piece on that one. You know, it's got us to here. We're gonna revamp that program a little bit, and you know, hopefully be able to invite other creators out there to kind of, you know, it's a two-way street. You know, you help. It's a help me, help you, help both of us type situation. You know, I give you this opportunity. You put it in your videos and your clips or whatever you're doing, and you get a little something in the back end. But like I said, this current iteration of it has to change, and how will that help futurely in marketing? That's to be determined. I can't predict the future on that one. But everything that I've read on this particular rollout that I'm looking to introduce has done well with other people who have used it. So I can't see that why we could not do any better with it. And I have to leave it at that before I go spilling beans and what it is and how it helps.
Okay. There's a lot of stuff in the chat that I want to hit up. Can we go through that again? I know we just came out of a chat break, but then we got them all riled up.
I was looking up something.
Okay. You look up something. That's fine. I'm not going to go on another rant.
Yeah, you are. It's coming.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is. But I think any small business, when it's growing, needs the support of online, like whether that's just being somewhere in Google or having people talking about your product, and that's a cost up front no matter what. Did you find what you were looking for?
I'm still looking.
Okay. So that's a cost up front no matter what. Like when we had nothing, when we had a case of fucking Ronin figures and some fucking Boglins, we had to find a way to ship this shit out and then also hope that by the time it got to the person that we still had some left, like to fucking sell. It's a problem Lawrence gripes with us about quite often. I just sent him something out that's going out tomorrow now. And he's like, if I promote this shit, you better fucking have some left. It's like, there's plenty. There's plenty left. Did you give up?
No, I'm still looking. I mean, if you want to pop up with the stuff that's in there, I'm trying to hunt something for a question that's in the chat currently.
Okay. Let me figure out where we are. Because you did not unstar these. Okay. Here we go. So 80s Toy Boy says, I post sometimes when you get pre-orders and in-stocks on Twitter, but I give out Punk's code, so there's no way to know if it's effective. I do like racking up Larry's tab, though. And look, I appreciate it. Like, you know, if you look at it like drug dealers, right? You know, we're the guys with the drugs, and then we give the chunk to the Larry, and then the Larry, you know, he's like, all right, thugs, let's get out there and slang this dope and whatnot. But
monetized
for us not having a huge following on Twitter, I do know you've shared quite a few things, and I really appreciate that. I think one time you shared our stream on Twitter, and
yes,
that fucking blew up. So thank you for sharing whatever. I don't know I think we went over this. Bill said some of us don't want to do anything but support you. Don't need anything like that in return in regards to, like, the commission and stuff. And again, Bill, thank you so much for all your continued support and patience on some of our order delays as well.
Yes.
Cutthroat says, I know Unboxing Art always tells his subscribers to go to Hella Dope Toys and use the code. I think that helps. And, that's exactly why he has a code as well. So, what he brings in, like we can see, this is exactly where that came from. That came from the Unboxing Art bubble and that crowd right there, because I know a lot of his viewers are even somewhat diverse from some of the other toy circles that we roll around in. So every little bit helps. There's a question from Bill, but I'm going to save it.
Okay.
And then there's a question from Jeff. Is that what you're looking up?
Yes.
Okay, then I will save that as well. New member Allison Troy says, I appreciate the frank convo about shitty consumers. So
Anytime.
We've had to work customer-facing jobs our entire lives, usually pressed down by evil corporate propaganda, where it doesn't matter how fucking awful the human being is, you just do whatever you have to do to fucking make them happy and shut them the fuck up and get them out. And the joy about running your own business, well, I can't go get buck fucking wild on people. From time to time, when they deserve it, I can be a little sassy, just a little sassy, a little short, not rude, professionally sassy, cut you with my professionalism words. And, the people that watch this show are fucking awesome. And our regular customers are fucking awesome. There's a one-off here and there. And honestly, some of these derps in the Facebook groups, like, they fucking don't see a good fucking deal if you fucking just slapped them in the fucking face with it. And you know what? Keep spending ignorant amounts of money on the fucking eBay figures that you can buy for retail price and have shipped out faster. You fucking morons. 80s Toy Boy says it's 35. It's not 35. It's 50. It's fucking 50 for a Pulse membership, dude.
Wow, that's even worse.
That's even fucking worse. $50 is that's annually, right? Or is that a month? That's annually. Yeah? You know, Aaron? I don't know. I'm not looking at the chat. Okay. Still, $50 to get slapped in the fucking face. Ay. Disrespected. Jason Evangelista says he refuses to get a Pulse membership. And if you have a Pulse membership, I'm not trying to disrespect you or anything like that. I just think if you're going to charge people that, then you should produce value from it and not just to 20 people.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. And my opinion doesn't fucking matter. And Jason also says he loves the unfiltered real talk. Well, this is not where we expected to land today, but here we are.
Yeah.
Here we are. So I saved those other two in there for you.
Oh, damn it.
Whenever you want to get to them.
I hate this thing sometimes.
And now I'm starring more chats. You guys are... I left the chat screen for a minute.
All right.
And now I'm buried.
See, that's how I feel.
Buried in chats. Okay, so Aaron clarified here. He says annually and includes free shipping on everything. Okay, that's a little bit different. Like there is some value there. Maybe I should research my shit before I go fucking flying off the fucking rails.
No, I'm still justified. Still sell out.
Yeah. Ed says, Ted, I gave you all of this information about memberships. You never listen to anything I say. Get in line behind my wife. And then Aaron.
Yep. That's pretty much how that works.
I don't fucking remember what I did yesterday. What are you doing?
I'm trying to find something.
Okay.
And I think I found it.
Okay.
Because I'm a dummy.
Tell me about it. Well, I'm gonna kind of try to wrap this part of the conversation up a little bit. We talked about researching what we need to build an audience and run a fucking website and maybe even manage a business. We talked about what it took to get the Instagram following up, get the YouTube going, get influencers saying our names so these lovely people come and show up every week and know who we are. And I think in regards to smart things that we've done, all the things that we've done right, there's toy shows in there as well. Getting out there and seeing the people. Revamping the website was another smart move, which needs to be done again so badly. So badly. That is my current project. But yeah, I think it's so many little things that got us to where we were that makes it look like we did something good, when the reality is, for everything that we did right, we probably also did 10 really stupid fucking things along the way. And we'll continue to do that. We're going to continue to do things right. And we are also going to continue to do things dumbly.
Yep.
Dumbly. Hold on. There's this too. So
Yep.
we touched on this last week, maybe.
Yes.
We were on the verge of canceling them all, and then a glimmer of hope came. So we believe October, November.
It's supposed to be October.
We
Allegedly.
should get our supply.
Allegedly.
And if not, then
I want to stress the word allegedly.
Allegedly. We'll see what happens, but right now we're holding out faith. I don't, outside of the Mezco Turtles, there's never been a situation where we didn't eventually get what we ordered. And maybe some wrestling figures. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. I'm back. I'm good. I'm here.
Okay. What were you looking up? Tell me. Share with
it was actually Jeff's question.
Okay.
He had asked about the vintage collection, Luke Skywalker X-Wing. And it got me thinking, wait, I thought I listed that, and I did, but it was hidden because it was in draft mode. I never took it out of draft mode because I think that was when I was panicking during the whole Hasbro PulseCon, fan retailer crap. There's just so much stuff to try and get posted because they don't send you anything. So I gotta grab photos and descriptions and get them listed. It is up there though, Jeff. You'll find it. It's there.
I guess search, because I don't know where it is.
It's
and then there was Bill's question in there as well.
Yes. He says, I know it's a tough question, but what are the mistakes you guys made and how did you overcome them? Drinking on stream.
You still drink on stream?
I don't drink as much.
No, yeah, drinking on stream. That's why I had to stop. And then everybody thought I was like a recovering alcoholic or something, which I am not. I drank a lot last night. Yeah, we say dumb stuff. I say dumb stuff now. I'm hocked up on coffee.
See, that's different though. That's caffeine. That's caffeine buzz.
I'm fucking in here taking shots at Hasbro Pulse, Big Bad, and potential future customers in Facebook groups. I'm shitting all over those motherfuckers. God, I wish I could find that X-Men 97 Rogue. You know how hard it was to actually sell that X-Men 97 Rogue when it first came out? I didn't think that bitch was ever gonna fucking move.
You made this one.
That one. And then they're like, oh, I need one. Like,
yeah.
Fucker. It was there. It was sitting around.
It
Who's
literally was
collecting
sitting
dust?
around it, and then everyone was like, "Oh, well, he's hard to get now." Then it just like gone.
You know, I wish Steal Your Girl Magneto had the same effect on people, because boy, is that guy sitting around. Dear God. Mr.
But
Steal Your
what?
Girl.
But to answer your question, Bill, I'd probably say one of the. I don't know. I don't want to say it's a mistake because, like, for every mistake that we claim to have made, eventually worked itself out to where it made us to where we are. Like, you know, there are some companies that we got involved with that, in hindsight, maybe we should not have gotten involved with. Um, there's some products that we've bought that, man, it sounded like a great idea on paper, and you know, it wasn't. And you take that lump. Uh, Looking at you, Disney Plus wave. It's, I think, finally like almost gone now.
It's right up there with RoboForce.
When you put $5 on something and people will buy it.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I don't. It's kind of like that. Like you asked the question about like, what do you regret in life? I mean, the answer for me always has been is I don't regret a lot of things that I've done, because everything happens for a reason, and so far that reason has gotten us to year 3. Statistically speaking, if we survive the next 2 years, uh, by statistical standpoint, we are okay. For most business startups, they fall in the first 5 years. So for us to be in the beginning of year 3 right now and haven't even got halfway to where we want to be, I think it's a good thing. We stayed humble to who we are and what we're trying to do. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think I said mistakes. I don't think there's really a mistake. Maybe the mistake was, we rushed too soon into it. Probably shouldn't have just said, "Oh, here we go. Let's just let stuff and go." uh, you know, Maybe just having more of a defined plan. But I mean, I think that's really like the only mistake that we've made that I can think of.
Well, we had a show about kind of overcoming the dumb things that we've done. But I also think sometimes us managing our time, like we've dropped the ball and continue to drop the ball on that a lot, just with balancing work, hella dope, family, and then just a little bit of time for us to be sane. For you to sit back and watch fucking football and drink fucking beer, Because you deserve to fucking do that. And a lot of times it just seems so hard. Like, maybe there's better systems we could put into place for some things. I don't know. A lot of days, like, you wake up, like, yesterday, I believed that today I was going to get all the hella dope work stuff done that I was behind on, which I didn't, because I did deal with the family thing. And then tomorrow, I was going to play some Marvel Champions, Aaron. They got a new Nightcrawler deck out. I am so fucking excited to play some fucking Marvel Champions. And so the stuff that didn't get done today now gets rolled over to tomorrow, and then all the weird little pet projects that I do start sprinkling into the week. Next thing you know, you got to do fucking show prep again. The site needs so much fucking work. There's customers, there's orders to fucking pack. I am never going to get to play Marvel Champions again. Because just sometimes you wake up and you're like, yeah, I'm going to do this today. And then I'm like, oh God, I am not getting to any of that. And that falls under a lot of things. Sometimes it's I'm not getting to any of this hella dope work today, or sometimes it's I have to tell Mrs. Darklaw, I'm sorry, I'm not seeing you today. I need to lock myself down in this basement, fucking pack orders and fucking handle business because I am behind.
Yeah.
And I don't know how we overcome that. You just kind of run in the hamster wheel. But I guess planning better could help, but I don't know. Sometimes hella dope throws a curveball at you, dude.
Yeah.
You should fucking wake up and it hella dopes all over your face.
Yeah. I'm staying away from all the live action stuff. Like that's just not happening.
Yep.
Lesson learned.
Yep.
But watch, there's gonna be that one where it's like, oh man, you should have got it. It's like selling like crazy, and I'm like, damn it, I did do it.
Yeah. One more thing I want to post up here from the Titan. He says, leaping over a mountain of data and landing gracefully on the wrong side is distinctly human.
Yep. Ain't that the truth?
Well, you know, we do dumb things, we do right things. And the fact that we're still here, I think, is pretty fucking impressive. Also, Bill had mentioned earlier that he needs to get some crates. They are up for pre-order under the merch tab at hellodopetoys.com. You can still get those. There's still plenty to pre-order. We were aggressive with the second wave amount. So that's there. And once that comes out, I'm thinking we're going to have wave 2, like probably first quarter next year. I think that's the current plan. We might have something special in between there, but that is not confirmed, but very wishful thinking on my end that we might have something in between the re-release of these crates, wave 2 of this project, and something special in between. We will see. Aaron, this is a question for you. Do we plan to keep selling 1/18th?
Yes.
Keep buying it. Keep buying it.
I mean,
Get
that's really. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. I mean, it's going to come to a point where I might slow down on what gets ordered because, like I said, still sitting on a mound of Joy Toy stuff. There's still more coming from previous orders. You know, from what I gathered, Delta 17 is working on something again, so you know that's going to be coming around the corner. But yeah, I mean, as long as there's a demand for it, and I know that there was some talks about like the superpowers and all that. I mean, that we'll go down that road. I said, I got an email going out. I said the Super 7 GI Joes are up for pre-order right now, and the Batman.
That 89 Batman, that Mezco. Holy fucking
shit,
yeah. Dude. Oh my god.
With the Batmobile. Yeah. That's all up there right now.
Need that in the worst way.
So if they create it, I'm going to post it. I mean, if there's a demand for it, order it. If there's not, there won't be.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the best answer that I can give you in that regard.
Awesome. Well, I think we did a lot of things right, Aaron. I think we're doing okay. I think we're all right. Anything you want to close out with? Or if not, anything you would like to promote?
I think I just did.
Okay, cool. Well, with that, I will say, once again, channel memberships are live. Thank you guys so much to anybody who became a channel member today. Part of your channel membership will include special Hella Dope checkout codes that you can find in the members community tab. Those will go up randomly and will be up for limited amounts of time. But if you use at least one, it's going to cover your whole membership and you get a fucking cool toy and you support us. And maybe next time we do this show, I can be like, remember those YouTube channel memberships that we did? That was right there. That was fucking smart ass fucking move. Don't make me put this on the list of the shows of all the stupid things that we did. Yeah. And then, lots of new stuff to look at Hella Dope Toys. Go there. hellodopetoys.com. Sunday, October 6th, we will be hanging out with Legend Series. I'm going to leave you guys with his promo that he invaded us with last week. If you still need a toy YouTube fix, please go raid Legend Series show right after you leave here. Do a hashtag HellaDope raid or something. Let them know you came from us. And yeah, hashtag Sunday Night Wars. I love that. So I'm going to leave you with this promo. We're going to close it out. We will be back next week. I love you all.
The preceding announcement has been paid for by Legend Series YouTube channel.
Hello, Aaron. Hello, Theodore. Hello, Helidope Toys audience. Some of you know who I am. Others probably don't. But I guarantee you this, none of you know why I'm here right now. You wanted me to come on your program and have a conversation? You want me to come on your show and talk about toys? You got it. On October 6th, 9 p.m., Legend Series invades the boys over at Helidope Toys. We're going to talk life. We're going to talk action figures. Hell, we might just stare at each other for an hour and a half, but I guarantee you this, it's going to be pretty damn entertaining. So come on down on October 6th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because I'm a New Yorker, and we do things very late, where me and the boys are going to chat it up. You guys wanted me to come on your program? Well, here I am, and I'm bringing the madness with me. Ooh, yeah, dig it!
The preceding announcement was paid for by the Legend Series YouTube channel.